Hello, welcome back to the lecture for second part. This is basically discussing on service design elements. So for service management innovation to be successful, so we have to have few elements to be considered to be having successful service innovation. Few elements that we could discuss here. Basically, these elements are consisting of structural and also managerial. The first part of this structural for designing a successful service innovation, so it refers to the delivery system. Okay, so for example, for Amazon e-commerce platform delivery system is basically it must consist of the process structure, the service planning or blueprint itself, and its strategic positioning. Okay, structurally, the facility design must also include the service scape, which is the environment that the service is being provided, the architecture of the, for example, the website for Amazon.com, the process flow and its layout. So nowadays, facility design is more of following the approach of being simplistic minimalist. So if you take a look at this Google search engine, we could see a minimalist design in which there are minimum menus available for the users to choose from. So it is basically based on the most simplified menu which is available in the screen. So that is to reduce the cluttered design in which so many options that customer need to make it from the design menu. So structurally, service innovation also must have a good location. If it is IT based, perhaps it must have a good keyword search words, right? It also could be referring to the geographic demand, the site selection, and location strategy for the service to be offered. Structurally, service innovation also relates to capacity planning. So, how many queuing model that we could refer to, its strategic location and the planning criteria. Service design element for Amazon is basically having a very good capacity planning, facility design, and its delivery system. The other service design element is referring to its managerial. In the design element for information, for example. So for information, the focus that it must give to customer is based on the technology, the scalability of the design, and of course the use of internet on top of quality, service encounter, and also managing the capacity and demand for customer to serve the website so that it give a good yield ratio when they search with respect to the intended product that the customer is intending to purchase. Okay, so the how to calculate or how to estimate the customer value equation. Okay, so this is the formula which is presented in this textbook, in which the value, the customer value, equals to the results being produced plus the process quality. So this sum number will be divided by the price added to cost of acquiring the service. So that is derive the value for the customer value. So first piece of the variable is result produced. So basically, customer value equation refer to customer-centric view of the newly developed service. For example, Amazon. Okay, so a few years ago, For example, Amazon is still considered new in the past 2 decades. It is very much focusing on the customer who are planning to buy books, physical books. So again, its customer value is based on customer who are loving to buy books. So it is customer centric for the book lovers. So Amazon.com is a very strong e-commerce platform. I would say among the best e-commerce platform on top of Alibaba and so on. So the result produced is actually referring to address the customer needs. So if customer needs books, if customer needs music, so if customer need, for example, electronic appliances, so they can find that exactly in the Amazon e-commerce platform. So definitely this will address all customer needs. The more result produced, or the more the customer can find their needed product or services at Amazon, the higher the result produced. Okay, second component of the variable is process quality. Process quality refers to the convenience for customers. Amazon customer feel very convenient as far as doing the purchase at Amazon.com. So if it is convenience, easy, user friendly, and very fast service can be provided, then Amazon.com gives very high process quality index. Then the denominator, third variable is price. Price refers to lowest cost that can provide better service, low cost but higher quality service. That is referring to price. And normally, people keep implying that if it is lower cost, and then the service quality also low. So that's not the case. For the price of high customer value, normally costs can be lowered, but yet the service quality can be made higher. So that refers to price. And the fourth component to the formula is cost of acquiring the service. How much it takes for a customer to get the service at what cost. So this is what they call acquiring costs. It refers to lowering costs to acquire the service, in which if you could lower down the cost to get the Amazon service, so that means your acquiring cost is low. So if all the variable being put up together, so it means that the numerator of result produced index plus process quality index add up together divided by price, add up with the cost of acquiring the service, then you divide them both, then you can get this value, customer value index, right? So again, customer value equation refers to all that is related to Amazon. For example, is a new business sector like video or Prime Video. This is equivalent to Netflix, competitor to Netflix, and also Amazon Prime Air is the logistic delivery network of Amazon product. So all these will boil down to customer value equation for Amazon. In determining the strategic positioning through process structure, of course, those process structure itself has two perspectives, which is in the perspective of complexity and also from the perspective of the divergence of the service. Okay, for example, we take a look in the previous citation to Amazon, degree of complexity, which is measured by the number of steps in the service blueprint, that is how complex is the service to be delivered. If we take a look on the healthcare industry, of course, a normal clinic is less complex compared to a general hospital. So in which the general hospital provide so various many services, right? So as such, it is categorized as more complex compared to simple standalone clinic. In terms of positioning the strategy to achieve good process structure, the second perspective can be measured from the degree of divergence. It refers to amount of discretion permitted the server to customize the service. For example, in this legal firm, the activities of an attorney contrasted to the advisor for legal advisor. So of course, attorney has, I would say, more divergence in compared to paralegal or advisor for legal practice. So it is whether it is highly complex, significant complex, or moderately complex, or it is quite simple or minor complexity, it will determine the process structure of delivering the innovation service. Let's take a look on this format layout for a structural alternative for a restaurant. So if you take a look as a restaurant which is serving food, you could have as simple as a mama restaurant, or you could have higher complexity and more divergence restaurant like a five-star hotel. So of course, the lower the complexity, it has, for example, it doesn't require for reservation. So, and in which if you enter this mama restaurant, you don't have to wait to get seated. You can pick up any place which is still empty, then you can sit it there, right? So, customer doesn't have to fill out forms. You just say what you want to the order takers, and they will capture it for you and later prepare it for you. So this is a lower complexity segment of the service as far as restaurant is concerned. Okay, so in terms of payment, for example, it is cash only or pay when leave. Okay, so these are very low complexity in terms of taking reservation, seat arrangement, taking orders, or method of payment. This lower complexity, you could compare it with the higher complexity environment in which, for example, five-star restaurant in the big hotel. So for this kind of restaurant, normally in order to take reservation, there is a specific table has been allocated for you. So as far as seat, gas, and menus, normally the waiter or waitress will tell you what are the menu, and describe what are special offerings. Okay, so as far as taking order, so basically your order will be taken by a very specialized waiter or waitresses, those that are familiar with the available menu. Okay, for example, for salad, right? So how many choices you have? Perhaps they offer you four choices, and you could have like exotic coffee or special wine, or you could also have choices what type of fish and how it is supposed to be cooked. So all these are very specific instruction menu which is given to the waiter and or waitress. And as far as a choice of payment, it is normally including the house account or the service serve means. So you could compare the higher complexity of this five-star restaurant, or I would say a lower complexity restaurant service. So it is vastly different. So this is what it meant by complexity, either lower complexity or higher complexity. Okay, this is an example of a service blueprint of a luxury hotel. Okay, say it is a Hilton hotel. Okay, so Hotel Hilton basically have quite similar blueprint or the operation planning service to deliver hospitality to customer. So basically, we start here on the physical evidence of a luxury hotel. Normally, they have this hotel exterior parking. It is a lobby front parking. And another physical appearance is cut for bags. Okay, uniforms for the attendants. At the lobby waiting area, there is a desk counter, elevator available at the hallways to go to the room, and handling placement of a room, which is going to your room, bath, television, bed, menu, wait appearance, and so on. So I would say this arrangement is normal, that almost all hotel has this kind of physical evidence, including food and bill. For the second row here, this is the physical evidence, the first row. The second row is highlighting the customer's action. So at the hotel, at the parking, it is expected customer will arrive here. For the bags and uniform, so basically you give your luggage to the bell person at the lobby in which you're supposed to register or check in, and so on. Okay, and for the third row here, this is the line of interaction between customer and also on stage contact person. Okay, so at in between of a line interaction between customer action and on-stage contact person, you can see that the luggage has been given to the bag handler, and normally the contact person will greet and take the bags. Okay, subsequently during check-in, so your process registration will be taken place by taking your details, for example your identity card or passport, and also your means of payment like credit card or debit card and so on. So at handling placement in room, so this is expected where your bags will be received and later bags delivered to your room, and so on. Okay, on this fourth row, this is in between line visibility, in which on-stage contact person, whether it is visible to the backstage contact person. For example, after you check in and your registration process has been done, so and this will relate to the registration system, which is called at the layer of support process. Right? After your bags are being taken by the contact person, right? The bags will be taken backstage by the contact person or by the waiter or waitress, and your bag will be delivered to your room. Okay, so on this service blueprint, it depicts all the necessary activity in order to execute for a service in the luxury hotel. From here you could identify or determine which process that may fail. So this F is identifying a potential service that could fail, which is perhaps your bag is failing to be delivered to your room. Okay, and perhaps in the registration system, F stand for possible fail point. For example, perhaps the computer registration system cannot capture and save your transaction or your record. Another potential for fail here in this service blueprint for luxury hotel, you identify as F. Perhaps you order food from your room, but the order taken wrongly, and when it was prepared, it is wrongly prepared, and when it is sent to your room, food delivered, and of course the food delivered wrong food. So from here, in this blueprint, you could identify easily which process that could possibly fail, and you identify the actual process so that you can do some mitigation or countermeasure to prevent the error from happening. So the next segment is discussing about taxonomy of service processes. Okay, taxonomy of service processes here, it is being highlighted as on the x-axis. It is either low divergence or it is a category of high divergence. So only two categories: standardized service or customized service. On the y-axis here, so it is highlighting a three segment. Okay, degree of customer contact, whether no first category, no customer contact, second category, indirect customer contact, or third category, direct customer contact. Even direct customer contact, it has two category. So on this low divergence and high divergence axis, you could see that it is focusing on the goods or the service being delivered, and it also focusing on the information that need to be acquired in order to deliver the service. And the third part is the people, processing of the people. Okay, for example, like processing of goods at low divergence and no customer contact, it could be shown in the business process like laundromat, laundry shop, or laundry in which you have only machines to do the cleaning or washing of your clothing or your clothes, and there is no basically the service has no customer contact with the customer. So basically, the machine itself and the customer. So for processing the information or images, it could be billing for credit card. So this is on information. So if it is of type indirect customer contact, it could be seen in like ordering grocery from home computer, or you want to check the balance in your account from online banking service. Okay, this category are all explaining about the low divergence, which is a standardized service in which many people could have the service within the same format with other customers. However, in this high divergence or customized service, okay, for example, you are booking for your tailor, so to make your trousers, make your shirts. These are very customized service in which the service provider is focusing only you. And another example is like repairing your car in the workshop, in the service center. So again, it is very specific. You as a customer, and you will be addressed individually because the needs of customer in the divergent segment is very much specified, okay, or very specific. Okay, there are four generic approaches to service design as being explained in the book. The first generic approach they call production line. Okay, production line approach to service design is basically can be shown like fast restaurant industry, right? So fast food industry like McDonald's. So the McDonald is a typical production line generic approach in order to deliver this service. For example, the division of labor in production, kitchen service. So in the kitchen, there is a specific worker which who will be doing a specific work. For example, frying. For example, cooking by using oven. So those are division labor very specific, including cashier, right? Including taking order. Those are very specific. Each task is assigned for very specific employee. Okay. On the second generic approach, they call it customer as a co-producer. So customer as a co-producer is good and depicted well in this self-service environment. Okay, self-service environment like in this laundry shop or a laundromat. So it is a very basically self-service, right? So in this service, service provider need to smooth the service demand in which service provider for this laundromat has to match with the customer wanting to use the laundry machines. Okay, in terms of the number of availability and also with respect to time, whether it is on the weekends or whether it is on the weekdays. The third generic approach is also known as customer contact, degree of customer contact. Okay, for example, in the service of airline like Air Asia, I think this is very much dependent upon customer contact. Degree of customer contact is very high, in which stewardess has to give service to the people who are boarding into the flight. So last but not least, the fourth generic approach is basically information empowerment, in which the service provider need to empower the employee and also need to empower the customer. One good example for this information empowerment is basically like industrial drone for spraying pesticide on the paddy field. So in which the employee or the operator for this drone need to have all information necessary for them to execute the pesticide spraying job. And this is very much based on information, because the drone service operator need to plot the flight path of the drone, and they have to calculate for one flight path how much pesticide need to be prepared for spraying, right? So this is very much based on the service, very much based on mapping, and it is all about information so that they can deliver very good service to customer. Okay, class, I think that is about all for this time. At the back of this slide, so in the textbook, there are case study related to uh, sushi operation restaurant, right? It is a Japanese-based kind of operation like this at sushi restaurant, in which all the menus and the food are moving like in a circle, so that customer can choose or pick up which menu that he or she likes. They just take it from the conveyor belts moving at the front of them. And there are also case study on the commuter or cleaning service. There are also a study on the service blueprint for basically delivery of uh, for the service, and including case study of Amazon.com for your reading, and also for your better understanding of delivering a new type of service, including Barnes and Noble. It is a bookshops. Okay, that will wrap up my lecture today. Thank you, class, for your attention. I shall stop here because it is almost 30 minutes. And thank you for your attendance, and thank you for your cooperation in my class. Till I see you again, I would like to thank you. So from here, we adjourn the class.